I do have one more complaint about the witch, which is that her death is really lame. She sets, I think, Scarecrow's arm on fire, and Dorothy takes a bucket of water to put out the fire, and some of it splashes onto the witch, and she just melts. That's the end of her. If you are the Wicked Witch, why would you go within 100 meters of any water at all? Why even have that in your fortress?
I forgot she died like that. So then when she died like that, I was like, oh, even though that was very anticlimactic, I was still like that. It caught me off guard because generally a lot of deaths that we see in movies is expected, but that one I didn't really expect because it was so, you're right, lame. But
And it's not even like Dorothy tricks the witch into a place where there will be water. We talked earlier about how this breaks a lot of storytelling rules, and it somehow still works because it's a fairy tale about exploration and discovery and self-discovery. And so Dorothy maybe doesn't need a big character arc or whatever, or a big hero moment or something. But if you're building up this massively powerful villain, why do you give her such a lame weakness that comes out of nowhere? And why, like, this is like Chekhov's gun, right? Like, except the gun is just lying there and the villain left it there and the hero
yeah,
just puts it up and shoots the villain. It's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, it's not an accomplishment by Dorothy in any sense of the word. It doesn't even rhyme with this idea of like the answer was within you anyway, because like she does not discover anything or learn anything that leads her to understand, oh, the witch is vulnerable to water, so let's go find some water. Like if she had tricked the witch into setting Scarecrow on fire, which gets kind of dark already, right? But just go with it. And that is why somebody brings some water, and that is why the witch is near water or something, right? It's, we don't, you know what I mean? This is not just a technicality about setup and payoff and character arcs and, the heroic moment and all of that. It's actually how you make a compelling story, right? And I think this is the place where the story breaks all of those rules and it's actually worse off for it. For close to 2 hours, the witch had been built up as a big threat, and then she just dies out of nowhere. And it's not even established that she's staying away from water, right? Like when she comes to the Munchkin town, there's water all over the place, and none of the Munchkins just take a bucket and try to kill her. It's just a way to end the story, I think. And it does not even speak to this whole the answer was inside you all along, because that is not how Dorothy wins in the end. That is not how, like, that is how she gets home, which also makes no sense, right? This whole idea that like the only reason she has the slippers is because Glinda put them on her so that the witch couldn't get to the slippers, and then the slippers are the way with which Dorothy gets back to Kansas. But this is not hers, right? Like, this is not her accomplishment, and it's also not something that's innate to her, right? It's not like in order to get home, you have to appreciate your home. You know what I mean? And once Dorothy gets to that point, she can just push herself home or something like that, right? Both the witch dying and the slippers, I think, makes zero sense. Purely like on a logical way level, and also on a thematic level.